If you're having a craving for drugs or alcohol, listen up. This is for you. Please just listen. Let's get through this. No fancy intro, all that right now. If you're having a craving, it's all right. I could put a list up of a dozen things to do to beat it or get through it, but let's just keep it simple and talk normal. I get it. I've been there. An insane craving, it takes over. You feel like there is no way out except to go use. I get it, but that is not the best answer. It will go away. Find something right now. Find something. Distract yourself. Distract yourself from that thought. Play with your dog or your cat. Go in the other room and start a random conversation with your mother, your father, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever you live with, your neighbor. Walk outside and start a random conversation with your neighbor getting their mail. I know it feels impossible to do that, but it will help. Drop to the floor. Do some push-ups. Turn the TV on. Put on your favorite comedy show. Anything. Get it out of your head. Put this video on, whatever. Here, I'll put a picture of the dogs up. Just watch the dogs for a minute. Get distracted. Something to take some of that power away. Next thing, call, use some support. If you have somebody nearby that's in recovery, tell them how you're feeling. Call. Pick up that phone. Call. I don't care if it's a 24-hour helpline, if it's your local AA chapter, NA chapter, if it's a friend in recovery, fitness recovery, or if it's just a family member who supports you. Call them, tell them how you're feeling. When you get it off your chest, it takes the power away from it. It's so important. Just get it out. Get it out of you. All these are going to feel so hard and impossible, and how is this going to help? I get it, but you can get through it. Just do that. Here's the thing with these cravings. In our brain, they only last about 15 seconds to a minute. The reason when you ask people in recovery or addicts or whoever, how long does a craving last? The typical answer is anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes. The reason it lasts that long is we keep entertaining it and going with it and going with it and going with it. If you smash it and don't entertain it, it will go away in a minute or two. But I get it. During that 2 minutes, it feels like an anxiety attack, a panic attack, and it feels like somebody just drilled a hole in your brain and has total control of you, filling you with thoughts of one thing and one thing only. The blinders come on and all you could feel and think about is that thing, and you want to go use it. And I don't even want to say the name to keep it in your head. It's good to not keep it in your head. But change the thought, change anything. Focus on this video, change it. So you could use this for nicotine cravings too. Don't even think about it. Oh, that's easier said than done. The key is get out of yourself and your head right now. That is the key. When we sit with ourselves in our own thoughts, it's gonna go bad. Call somebody, go outside, start a conversation with anybody, change it, get that shit out of your head, splash water on your face, do something that will make your brain click and say, wow, I gotta focus on this new thing. I have literally taken a lighter, I'm not recommending this, but I've done it, and burned a little bit of did the thing under my hand, just so I'd focus on the pain and not the craving. Again, I'm not recommending that, just whatever, prick yourself with a pinch yourself, do something, whatever. You could get through this. The key with any craving, do not use or drink and give in, and it will go away. And every time you get through one, you get stronger and you beat it, and the next one is less and less and less, and they become less frequent too. I have cravings now that are basically in and out in 5 seconds, and I don't even entertain them. Yeah, no, bye. When that first week, they would cripple me for 30 minutes. It's okay. The other thing is, I understand so many people, I was the same way, I am the same way. If I get a craving, a using dream, whatever, I feel bad, I feel guilty. I feel like I must be doing recovery wrong if I'm having this dream, if I'm still having cravings. No, incorrect. That is our BS brain lying to us. It is totally normal for an addict to think about drugs, for an alcoholic to think about drinking. That is totally normal. That is literally in the definition. Don't get mad at yourself for being a person in recovery and having cravings about the thing you're recovering from. The key is to not act on them and to reach out and get the power off of them. Tell somebody, yeah, man, I was freaking out last night, had a craving, no, tell them at the time if you can, and it just takes the power away. Anybody else in recovery is going to understand. This doesn't make you weaker or less than. I get it too. I never wanted to tell my parents when I had a craving because it's like, then they're going to think I'm going to go out and use. Then they're going to be worried. Then they're going to monitor me all the time. Well, first of all, to be quite honest, I didn't technically have to tell them because that's why I have a support system in recovery. People who understand me, I love my parents and my greatest support, but they're not in recovery. They don't get it. But also, what would you rather say? Would you rather go up to your wife, your husband, your sister, your parents and say, hey, I'm struggling a little bit right now. Can you talk to me for 10 minutes? Or go out, use because you're, scared to tell them, and then come back 4 months later with multiple felonies, homeless, destruction. Oh, I used, and that one night I was too scared to say that I was struggling. I'd rather have that first conversation so you can get through it, change the thought. 2 keys: change the thinking, change the thought, whatever. Action, pinch, splash water, go outside, pet your dog, start a conversation, whatever. Second thing, reach out, take the power away from it. Call somebody, go to a meeting, call an addiction helpline. Get the power away from it. When you tell it, when you put it out there, it takes the power away from it. You can get through this. Watch this video anytime you need to. You guys are way stronger than you think. Recovery is possible. Get through it. They get weaker. They get better. I love you guys. You guys are kicking ass. Awesome. Thank you. Stay strong. Send me an email or a DM if you're struggling. I don't get back right away, but I will as soon as I can. Reach out. You can get through it. Yeah.